am late. Oh my gosh, I am late. I wish I could say I was late for a good reason. And so I'm sitting here watching TV, and I probably should have tried to put on makeup or something, but I didn't. You get what you get. And so I have been so two things happened today that just threw me off the loop. So this morning, Brady texts me and he's like, "Hey, I'm going to come over between 5 and 6." Well, last night he texted me, said, "I'm going to come over between 5 and 6." And I go, "Oh," he's like, "I get off work." And I'm like, "Okay." So he's like, so this morning I get up and it's like 6:30 and there's a text and it said, I haven't um driven to over there in the morning before. So what's the traffic like? And I'm like, oh my gosh, Brady's on his way over. He got off work between 5 and 6. And it's not unusual. He's a manager at Walgreens. So right now they're putting out a lot of inventory and stuff for Christmas. So it's not unusual that he goes in at like 4 o'clock and does inventory. So I'm like, oh my, I jump up and I said, Eddie, Brady's coming over this morning right now. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I don't have eggs because I was going cooking something like at breakfast. And and I'm thinking, well, why is he coming over here when he works like 30 minutes away? Is something wrong? Oh my gosh, what's happening? So like I'm all having all of these mama things, right? And so then I say to him, um, let me get this right because it was so weird. And then he said, what would be the best way to get there? I haven't had to deal with traffic in the morning that way. So this was the text at 6:33. And I wrote, well, still the 275, the interchange around Cincinnati, Kentucky, and Indiana. And I said, are you coming this morning or tonight? Either is good because I'm confused. Like, why would he? I just was confused. And he goes, well, no, I worked this morning, but I'm going to be leaving my house in a minute. And I'm like, okay, wait. So I call him because I'm so confused. And he's like, I have to work at the Walgreens near you. And so I was saying when I get off work between 5 and 6, I would come over just to visit. And I'm like, oh, I thought you meant 5 or 6 this morning and you're driving over now. So he needed to come to the Walgreens, for something with the manager. So I'm like, okay. So I'm thinking, I gotta cook something, all this stuff. So but then I had an appointment with my dermatologist because I get these calcium deposits in my. I've never had them before. Just started getting them because I'm old, and so that's why I have on no makeup. So anyway, so I get these calcium deposits, and so I'm thinking that my appointment, she's just gonna, pluck them out, right? So I get in there and I'd already been to her for a skin check this year. And so she's puts these gloves on and I'm like, oh, this is worse than I thought. So then she starts putting this stuff on me and like rubbing me and rubbing me and rubbing me and rubbing me. And I go, I'm here for the removal of these two things. One was here and one's here. And she said, well, yeah, this is a dermaplaning. And I go, what? And she goes, this is called a dermaplaning. This is what, and I go, I feel like it's a massage. She goes, well, it is a facial massage. And then all of a sudden she got like this razor, like a straight edge. And then she starts scraping my skin. And like, she has like this little towel on and she's like shaving me. And I go, what are you doing? She said, well, this is part of it. I have to take off a layer in order to get to the calcium deposit. And I'm like, what? And so I'm having this whole experience that I thought I was just going in to get plucked. These two little things plucked. They're over here. Two little things plucked. So I have this thing in the middle of my head, which you can see it. Then the one up there. And so anyways, so I'm I was like, well, I wonder why you scheduled, because she's like, oh, that we're gonna have, whenever I called and said I want to get these things taken out, she said, oh, that's gonna take like her nurse was like, oh, it's gonna take like an hour. And I go, an hour? So no wonder it took an hour. And then she put like this washcloth on my face. I mean, I felt like I was having a full facial. And I said, my gosh. So I said, listen, I loved all that and all, and I don't ever get facials or nothing, but I hope these things don't go back. And she goes, oh, they'll grow back. It's hereditary. Thank your mother. So I went to the grocery looking like this. And so then Jack's team also was playing on the ESPN. And so that's why I have a Georgia Southern shirt on. But anyways, I took a picture of Jack. Hold on. So here he is on the ESPN. Boop, boop. There he is. There's the little Jackie Doodle. So that's a funny picture. He's like looking at the screen. Maybe I'll send that to him really quick because it's cute. So I'm going to text it to him because now they're on their way back to Georgia. So he's been on a 3-day, he had the basketball game for 3 nights in a row. So anyway, I go to the grocery and I get home at like 2 and Brady called. And so I'm like, I'm going to cook Brady some cookies and send him home with them. And I'm going to cook this meal. I'm going to make spaghetti, but chili sauce, homemade sauce with chili, and it's not chili sauce, but we make our spaghetti sauce with hamburger. So we call it meat spaghetti. So anyway, oh yeah, Rowena's right here. We're sitting on the couch. I've got my boys bought me a blanket. I think it was for Mother's Day last year. Best mom. So anyway, then Brady calls. I'm cooking the food. Eddie's helping, making him some cookies. And he's like, oh, I'm getting off at 4. And he's like, you want to eat at 4? And I'm like, okay. So then I cook up the food because he's got to go to his store because somebody called in sick. So now he has to go to his store to work till midnight. I'm like, oh my gosh, Brady, you're going to be exhausted. So then I'm sitting here and Jack's team lost. I'm like, oh, and so I'm sitting here with my cup of coffee in my mug. And I am addicted to this show called Love is Blind. I think I talked about this last week. I'm addicted, y'all. These people are wackadoodle. And I'm like, what? So, oh my gosh. I wonder if I could fit that into a mystery. Like, the Love is Blind has come to Honey Springs and they're staying over at the spa. Would that not be hilarious? See, I've been trying to plot a book. That's what I've been doing. So anyways, I have on no makeup and I look like the last rose of summer and I don't really care. So anyway, this is like live plotting. So if y'all know that show, let me know in the comments when I look at them. But anyways, it is the funniest thing. This show is addicting. So I don't know if you have the Netflix, but if you got the Netflix, get on the Netflix and watch just one episode. I mean, it's fascinating. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I would die if one of my kids got on the Love is Blind. But here's the situation. I'm in the 2nd season. I'm binge watching these shows. I'm binge watching while I'm cleaning. I'm binge watching while I'm doing laundry. I'm binge watching while I'm doing whatever. Carrying around my iPad because I want to watch them. Say hi to Eddie. Eddie, say hi to the people. And so I'm doing my live because I forgot I was supposed to do a live because of my Love is Blind addiction. So anyway, the show that I've been addicted. He's rolling his eyes. Where are you going?
My computer. I got work.
Yes.
My boss is a
what?
tyrant.
He said I'm a tyrant. His boss is a tyrant. So anyway, I have been watching this Love is Blind and losing my mind over it. But here's the situation. And as a mother, I love this. As a mother of boys, I love this. But as a wife, I would hate this, especially a girlfriend. And I got to thinking about my boys' girlfriends and thinking, oh my gosh, my boys feel this way about me. Like, and the girls tell me this all the time that so the boys on this Love is Blind, when they meet these girls, they're like, oh my God, I love my mother, my mother, my mother, my mother. All the boys, every single boy on this show for the 2 seasons say, I love my mom. I love my mom. I love my mom. I want to marry somebody like my mom. And so I'm thinking, oh my gosh, these kids. And then I'm thinking, oh my gosh, my boys. So I have heard their girlfriends say, oh my gosh, they talk about you all the time. They love you, blah, blah, blah. The girlfriends will say, like, one of them has bought furniture like mine. Well, actually, 2 of them bought furniture like mine because they're like, oh, we love your furniture. They kind of have the same style as me. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I would die if my boys were on this show. But anyway, so now I'm addicted to this Love is Blind. Eddie and I are all wrapped up like we're frozen. We're not. So it's been a heck of a day. So then I look up, I'm like, oh my God, it's 6 o'clock. I'm supposed to be live. Well, it's after 6 o'clock, but I am watching the Love is Blind. Now the episode I'm on now is where they've all had their dating, they've all hooked up, and now they're engaged. Like they get engaged like between the screen, and they don't see each other for like a few days. And then they go off to like an island for 4 weeks. Then what they do is that they're engaged. So they plan this wedding. And then at the wedding, like they meet their parents, the family comes. It's crazy, y'all. If I cussed on here, I would say it was a show, big time. So anyways, what happened was that then they go to the altar and they stand there. And this is when they say, yes, I do, or no, I don't. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's like crazy. So one guy, like the girl, I'm like, oh, she's gonna be she's not good. And so true to my word, true to my feelings, she was not good. And she already left the show. So I'm like, poor guy. So now he is in paradise by himself. But anyways, I'm crazy, and we're here to answer a reader question. So let's oh, and now my mama is calling me. I'm on live. Can I call you back? Oh, yeah, honey. I'm sorry. Love you. Bye. She's like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. So she'll probably jump on here. But anyways, so I don't know. This show is a train wreck, y'all. I mean, it is so good. Now Eddie's phone's ringing. Who's calling you? Who is that? Hey, Michelle, how are you? I hope you're well. Hey, Jeannie, how are you? Hey, Jane and Miss Tammy. I see a lot of Patreon people on here. So, Jeannie, you filled out the form today to get the 25 days of Christmas Advent Cozy Mystery Calendar to be charged for it, but I took you off the form because you're already in Patreon and all the Patreons get it for free. Well, not for free. I mean, you're paying for Patreon, but people that aren't in Patreon are paying outside of Patreon. And so, you are already getting it. So I just took you off the list. I have with a couple people. Hello, Miss Tammy and Vicky. Rowena lost a whisker. That's a whole nother thing. Like if you scroll down on Facebook and look at that post, I'm like, what is this? And we were eating. I know she's sitting on the table. It's gross. Don't come to my house and eat if you don't like cat glitter, right? So anyways, Rowena has lost a whisker and I freaked out, didn't we? Did we freak out when you lost a whisker? So anyways, so we'll sit here and do this. So what happened was that she lost a whisker and I'm like, oh my gosh, what do we do here? And I looked it up and it says they just lose whiskers sometimes. But she was devastated. I could tell she looked at it. It was crazy. Hey, Vicky. That's okay. Life happens. Just got back from the dentist. Oh, I hope you're feeling okay. Hey, Carrie, how are you? Jane says I'm never late. Oh, I was late. Hey, Dwayne. Hey, Angie. Hey, Heather. I saw you earlier comment. Are you still down in Lexington? Hey, Roberta. she's gone now, so we'll go back. That is so funny. I know. Which part? Oh my goodness, Tanya, what an experience. Oh, my face. I know. That's why I don't have on makeup, because she's like, oh, you don't have to put on makeup today if you don't want to. I'm like, oh, I don't want to. Hey, Ro. Hey, Kate. Thinking of you. I'm sure you're doing great. So yes. So no, you put it on publicly. But Kate is being diagnosed with early Parkinson's. My uncle has Parkinson's. He's had it for years and he's doing fabulous. And he's 70, like 30. You're young and vibrant and you got this. I love you. Yes. Eddie said, hello, Kate. Kate, Eddie and I commandeered Kate and her sister in Florida. We made them go eat with us. And I think twice. Was it twice? I don't know. And we made them hang out with us. I know. It's crazy. Hey, Allison. Hey, Linda. How are you? I've not seen you in forever. She's plotting. I am plotting. Now I'm thinking that this Love is Blind or some kind of show. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to publish it in January. I am. Let me see if I can pull it up. I think I'm going to do it. I can write it. I'm going to pull up what I'm going to write. Y'all heard it here first. I'm going to write it. And it's going to be this. And it's going to come out in January. What do y'all think? See? Right here. This is how it works. Isn't that the cutest cover ever? Well, and while we're on the subject, look at that cover for a second. See, I just make up stuff as I go. I make up stuff as I go. I'm trying to find another picture, and then I'll let you guys tell me which one you like better. Because I asked Mariah, who is my amazing cover artist, to do a quick cover. So she, oh, I hear that dog Champ barking. He's probably yelling for me. So here is another one. And I can't do them side by side, but I can show you this one. Now look at this one. This one has snow on it. Do you see the little snowflakes on it? This one doesn't. This one does. I think I want to like them without the snowflakes. Okay, so regardless, I'm going to put that up for pre-order and write a book on it. What do y'all think? Make It Murder at Love is Make It Murder at Love is Blonde book. Love the cover. Yes, I can't wait. See? I know. I tell you. Yes, but I'm in Patreon though. Yeah, you are in Patreon, which you're still getting it. Everybody in Patreon is getting the 25 days of Advent Christmas already. So people that aren't in Patreon, like you get it, you pay $25 a month to be in Patreon. If other people want to get it, they're paying $50 for it. So you go to get it. I love you and Eddie. Oh, we love you too. So much. Cleaning and exam with the dentist. Thank goodness. Oh yeah. That scares me to death, but y'all are cracking up at literally on the fly. I'm just making up a murder plot and I'm going to write it. There it is. Is that not the cutest? I'm going to write it and I'm going to put it up for sale tonight. I'm going to. There. This one also comes out in January, but I think I'm going to put this out in January too. Well, I am. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be Love is Blind edition. You're right. Because that's a great plot. And I'm thinking, what can I do for the next one? So maybe it's the TV show comes to town. And instead of them going to Romantic Island, they're going to Honey Springs, Kentucky. I think it works. It totally works. What do y'all think? Yeah, it's going to be a killer coffee book. I already have a campground book coming out in February. Well, I have one coming out this weekend. And then in December, we have Violet Reinhammer, Santa Claus Surprise. And then January, we have Sleight of Hand, which I love. It is, what did we say? I called it the Cozy Mystery Cozy Mystery. What did I say it was? I did record it. Ace recorded it, I think. I record a lot of stuff because, again, the Patreons get it. So let's see. Maybe this is it.
Foreground, and I list a few words of what.
No, that wasn't it. Hold on.
Cozy thriller. What I call it? all the makings of a cozy and all the excitement of a thriller.
All the makings of a cozy and all the excitement of a thriller. But there's like no cussing. There's no sex, nothing like that. She's just on the wrong side of the law. And so she's a bad guy that has to do good things because she is a informant to the FBI and the local police in Kentucky. So she doesn't go to jail. So, and it ends in a cliffhanger, which is even the best, and people are going to hate it, but I don't care. It's great. It's great. I love it. And they're hillbillies. And so most of my books are just really kind of Southern, not hillbilly. Well, these are Southern hillbillies. And I love it. I love it. But we are here to answer a reader question. And the reader question is I don't know who wrote this. Now I need to go to Facebook and look. It is Ask Me Anything. And who wrote this? Alyssa. We're going to redo this. So I don't know. We're going to edit it. We're going to Command B. And she wrote Alyssa. And, I really should say your name. Marum. Alyssa Marum. Where Jamaica comes from. My aunt used to sing a song. I got to think of it. Mom would know it. Mom, if you're on here, comment about the rum Jamaican song. All right. So she says, I got to wait for it to scroll back. Okay. We're scrolling. Alyssa Marum, who is your favorite character and why? Mine's Dottie. And when can we expect the Mae West movie series? P.S. That would be amazing. Okay, so my favorite character is whoever I'm writing. So I can't say I have a favorite character of all time, but it's whoever I'm writing at the time because I'm so ingrained and so excited about them that I love them so very much. And as a matter of fact, sometimes at night, so like last night today at 1 p.m., I'm not in the headspace of Maisie Doss, who is in the amateur sleuth in Sleight of Hand. But I thought of the opening for one of the other books of hers, and there's a line between right and wrong. Sometime that line was what I'd call gray. Family and friends was gray. And so that's because that particular story is going to take place with family. So instead of giving that, but then Let's see if I can find them all. Is this one of them? Oh yeah. So then at 8:30 in the morning, I started scribbling down different things with my pen. And then this was so this one was I was in bed at 11:56 p.m. a few nights ago and started thinking about Boone. He is also that is Maisie's cousin. Boone is his name. And then like here's another one at 11:45 on the 15th. So some of these are like in the middle of the night. So, and I keep them on my phone next to my bed. But anyway, so I was trying to just like think of, who at the time I'm thinking of and I get most excited about. So like right now, I'm most excited about Roxy Bloom and writing this book. So now I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to start plotting that book because now I'm going to do a Love is Blind Honey Springs. So, I don't necessarily know. Like, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and be excited about a character, and then I will type it because truly I feel like when I'm writing that character, I'm so into their head and they're in my head that they live there. They live there for days, months, hours, weeks, all the time. I'm thinking about them. As a matter of fact, I went shopping the other day and had to get a bag from the people because I was writing down the plot line while I was shopping from this place and got their bag. I'm crazy. So this is a plot on this bag. And the reason why I leave it there is because I'm going to take a picture of it so I can give it to my Patreon so they can read it and see how crazy I am. I mean, I used every single part of this bag I could possibly use. And people are nuts. So anyways, in the store, so I can't really say I have a favorite. Back to that whole thing again. It's just really who I'm obsessed with at that moment. As for Mae West and the movie, that's still going on. I don't really talk too much publicly about it here. Again, most of the time it's in Patreon. And so I'm fairly excited about that front, but I really can't say a whole lot until some other things are taking place. So it's still in the works. It's still in the process, and you will find out. Just keep watching. But that is about it. So let's see. Kim Templeton, hello. How are you? It totally works. Oh yeah, the romance thing is totally going to work. I mean, honestly, yes, do it. I am going to do it. I mean, honestly, look how cute that is. And I love Roxanne Bloom. I do love Roxanne Bloom. Murder at the Coffee Shop. That's funny. Well, we've had a million murder. This would be book number 14, The Murder of the Coffee Shop, The Killer Coffee Shops. So, my husband is becoming a fan of your books too. Oh, I love that. Yay. Thank you so much. Did you get your book, by the way? Angie, I'm walking through Home Depot with the husband and keeps looking at me like I'm crazy watching your live. Girl, we both crazy. I'm crazy I'm a bag full of crazy. I'm a couple cups of crazy. Can't wait for this book. Which book? Sleight of hand. So now the characters are waking. Oh, they always wake me up. Will there be more than one movie? Working that out. We'll see. How many do you write at one? What do you mean at one? Do you mean do I write more than one book at a time? I do not. I write one book at a time. That is one of my favorite series. You're talking about the Killer Coffee series. It's one of mine too. How many books do I write? At once, I just write one book. It'll Be Great Love that you write stuff wherever you can. I know it's crazy. You know me, girl. I'm crazy. I got some books from you. Good. Hey, I've watched her in the middle of the store too. Happy Thanksgiving, Mary. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad you got it. Roberta Spencer, you are so welcome, you guys. Well, thank you for coming. I'm again sorry that I'm late. I'm sorry I don't have on lipstick. I'm sorry I don't have on makeup. But if you got here late, roll it back. We'll hear all about my dermaplane, my day, making cookies for Brady, having the crazy mix up, and then sitting here getting caught in Love is Blind because I think Eddie is ready to watch. Look, Rowena is laying by Eddie. Eddie, you're ready to watch an episode? So I'll turn it on and he'll like all of a sudden I see him pack up and go to the basement to go down there to watch the TV. But anyways, y'all, I love you guys so much. Happy Thanksgiving. And I will see you next Tuesday to answer a reader question.